Thanks. Yeah, welcome everybody for the press conference of Norisring Race 2. We are here at Nuremberg. Race 1, René, yeah, you are right. We are here at Nuremberg with our three winning drivers. Our race winner today, René Rast, Schubert BMW. Second place, Frank Pereira in Grasser GRT Racing Lamborghini. And P3 goes also to Grasser Racing Lamborghini with Luca Engsler and his second podium this season. First of all, starting with René, congrats. There was a really exciting race today, especially the second part of the race. So tell us a little bit about your race, how you made that call. We had your team radio in the TV, so it was quite entertaining for us as well. How was that race?
Yeah, thanks you first of all. Normally I'm quite calm on the radio, but today I was a bit excited and probably had some entertaining calls on the radio. In the end, I think the decision I took was quite risky because the team wanted me to stop for rain tires. I said no, the rain just stopped, but obviously I didn't know how much rain was coming, so I just decided to stay out because when the opportunity came to pit for wets, I was already probably P10 or something because everybody pitted in front of me and I lost so much virtual race time. And then I decided I risk it and just tried to stay out. And in the end, it was the right call, even though it started to rain here and there during the last phase of the race. But yeah, I mean, it's good. It's always great to win, especially at the Norisring. It's one of my favorite tracks. And I have now 5 podiums in a row here. So 100% podium percentage, which is nice. Hopefully tomorrow we can continue with that.
How slippery was it out there with slick tires?
Quite difficult, especially when everybody pitted for wets. I think the whole track was wet and it was not easy exactly where to brake, especially coming for turn 1. I think turn 1 was the most difficult one, but also turn 2, 3. It was quite tricky and I lost the car a couple of times, almost crashed. But then once the rain stopped, it was actually coming quite quickly back to grip and the slick tire was clearly faster. I was just praying that it's not starting to rain heavier again.
Yeah, there were several showers of rain, especially in the area of the Grundig corner. When the second set of showers came, were you thinking maybe it's now time to slick for wets?
I mean, I would say 75% of the track was dryish. Only turn 1 was still wet, and it was raining in turn 1 mainly. But I knew that the lap times of the rain tires were slower than what we did on slicks. I always asked the team what the rain tire lap times were, so I was always sure that the slick is still the right decision. And also I could see the cars in front on rain tires, so I knew that the slick tire was still the quicker one. But obviously the question mark I had was always the rain. If it would have rained heavily the last 10 minutes or 5 minutes, then we wouldn't have been on the podium for sure. But yeah, sometimes you have to be lucky.
You just said you have to go to Norisring Street. Last year on a Saturday you finished P2 behind Sheldon. Now the second win in a row after Zandvoort for Team Schubert also and for BMW. So what makes this Norisring René Rast style circuit? What is it?
Maybe I'm just lucky, I don't know. It's maybe the god of Norisring is on my side every time. Because I don't know if you remember, but I had a race when I stalled the car. I think it was 2019. I stalled the car and I was last after the first corner. And I don't know what happened, but I won the race still. So I think it also rained. I don't know what happened, but somehow I'm always on the lucky side of things here at Norisring. So I'm not sure how long it will last, but you have to surf the wave as long as it lasts, so I'm happy.
Yeah, usually at Norisring it's hot or it rains, so today we had it both. So let's look what tomorrow's race will bring for you. Thank you, René.
Thank you.
Moving on to P2. What a comeback in DTM, Frank. You had a really late call going back in DTM and going into the Grasser Lamborghini, replacing Christian Engelhardt here. And then P2, which is not so bad. So, tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, no, really happy. We show a great pace again today with Grasser. You know, that's something. It's good. You know, the team is building something great, and after what we did in Spa last week, that's what was important today to be competitive in quali, which we did, and today again. And for sure, yeah, the race was tricky. Already at the start, I had small contact with Mirko, so I had to avoid a crash because he's fighting for championship. So I lost some position. And then after the pit stop, yeah, the rain came, and I was not sure also, but the team asked me to stay out. And when I saw some cars on rain, they were not that quicker than us. I tried to start to believe that it was possible, but yeah, like René said, it was really tricky. And here you don't know what can happen with the white line and everything. The grip was really low, and it's really easy to make a mistake. But then when I saw him also staying out with his experience, I believe it was also something interesting to follow. And in the end, the Lambo on that condition is also a good car, you know. And so yeah, we tried to survive, and luckily half of the track was not so wet, and it was just turn one and the chicane, which was a bit tricky. And in the end, it was a good choice, and I was coming quite good to René, but I need 1 or 2 more laps.
Yeah, you were coming quite close, and there were also a lot of lapped cars, and it was very difficult to spot where everybody is. So how difficult was it then in the middle of all the lapped cars to push and try to catch René?
But in the end, when it started to be a little bit better, the track, and we saw that we were going quicker and quicker, I started to push a little bit because I saw that I was catching him. But at the same time, you don't want to do a mistake and go in the wall because the rain was coming sometimes and not. So you have to be careful. But I started to believe that it was possible to match him. But then in the traffic, yeah, they were a bit slow in the corner. So I lost a bit of time with the Porsche. And it's good. And it's good. I want to thank Grasser and Lamborghini for this great car.
Okay, thank you, Frank. Then moving on to Luca Engstler. Yeah, Luca, congrats, second podium for you after your win at Oschersleben. So in the later part of the races, I heard some people say, who? Luca Engstler in P3? How did that happen? So maybe you can tell us a little bit, how did you manage it to go to finish in P3?
Well, yeah, it was the day started quite bad, to be fair. We had not a great quali. I was not, very good in the quali. I touched the wall on my quickest lap and just didn't find the rhythm as normally you need it on this track. So quite a disappointing quali, seeing where Frank was qualifying. But then I knew in the race, you know, there's not a big chance that you overtake and you go through the field. I think 80% of the field in the back has this excuse that they didn't bring it together, so everybody's having kind of the same speed, so you need something to happen. Then I had a contact in the first corner, so the brake cooling was gone, and I think I was last at that time already, and I don't know, something told me to stay outside. I was like, yeah, I should box and save tires and stuff, but with these talks the whole day that maybe it rains in the end of the race, I was like, let's stay out, try to keep the car in one piece and yeah, save the brakes a bit. And then we had a pit stop, it started to drizzle a bit, and yeah, from that moment it was clear that we have to go opposite to everybody else and just try and survive. Yeah.
How busy were you then on the radio? Were you asking your engineer also what is Frank's call?
No, to be honest, I was just focusing on myself. We didn't even speak a single word on the radio when it started to drizzle, because for both sides it was clear, like, if we box now on rain, we stay where we are. So we had to go opposite and hop the field when they are pitting. So we didn't communicate at all. Just in the end, when they told me, okay, you're fighting for a podium, then I was like, okay, no, I should bring my stuff together and try and do a good last few laps.
How rewarding is it for you to finish here on the podium, because you ended up with a win at Oschersleben, but Zandvoort and Lausitzring were not that easy for you, and now you have both Grasser cars on the podium?
Well, for me personally, first of all, it's very good to be back here. Obviously, Oschersleben was a bit unexpected and came out of nowhere. And also there, I was saying already that it's not that now I'm dreaming to fight for a championship. There's still a lot to learn with the car.
Now it's only the second time here for me in Norisring, so I still need to improve and do better. Although like Lausitzring, we had a good second race where we finished 5th, so I'm just trying to have these highlights here and there, trying not to do any silly mistakes, scoring points every race as good as possible, and then being at the right time, at the right spot. So yeah, it was good. And then I mean, seeing Frank on the podium as well just shows how good the team was and how good the decisions were. So I think big shout out to them as well. I think having 2 cars on the podium in this difficult condition just shows that they know what they're doing.
Okay, thank you, Luca. Then I guess we have some questions from Sven.
Yes. Yeah, congratulations to you guys. Question for Luca. Yeah, two laps before the end, you were still a little bit far back. Maybe you can talk us through this situation in the hairpin where you managed to get through the crowd.
Well, I mean, I was the only car on slicks, so I don't want to, let's say, wow, what a move. I think it would be not fair to the other drivers. All other 4 cars were on wet, so they had no chance to cover in that dry part. But I was, let's say, quite aggressive on trying to make it in the last corner because I knew turn 1 was damp. So they would pull away a bit, and entry of turn 2 was damp. So, you know, you have Kelvin, then you have Nicky, Milko, Sheldon, so they all know what they're doing, and if they park the car then at the apex in the dry spots and block me, I was like, no, now I need to go and try go through the train and then block them in the part where it was damp. So I had to do it in the last corner to make sure that turn 1 that was damp, that I could park the car at the apex and try and make sure that they have no speed to go around the outside.
Was it difficult also with some Lamborghini cars in the pack, because of course you don't want to make a collision or something like that?
Like first of all, you never want to have a collision, but then when you have Milko in front of you in a Lambo, for sure, as a junior driver, you're a bit careful and not try to run him off the road. Same as with Nicky or with Frank. With all other Lambos, you are, let's say, more careful than with other cars. So obviously, I always felt that I knew what I was doing, and it was not too much risk. Although we had a bit of contact here and there, but nothing, let's say, over the limit.
Yeah, and a question for Frank. Luca said before that it was very silent on his radio. How was it on your radio? Did you have a lot of discussions, or were you just following René a little bit, and I think he did the right comment?
No, there was not so much. I mean, in Indian you can see the sky, how is it? And you can see that it was really black in the turn 1. I just asked how is the weather because I don't have the telephone or something to see, so it was just to have a feeling from them what to do, and then in the end you can see yourself that the track was not full wet, so you have a chance. And okay, it was tricky, but was manageable. And like I said, with our car Lamborghini on that condition is not too bad. So I saw that I was not losing so much to René, and yeah, you have to try.
How good does it feel now? You have been on 4th position 2 years ago on the grid and had this crash. Then you had the victory for Lamborghini, then a difficult season. Now you're back and you're on the podium.
No, happy. I was in the podium here 20 years ago, so it feels funny to be again. No, it's good. It's good. I'm really happy for Grasser. Like he said, it's good to show the team has a great spirit, great performance, and after following Spa, we are showing we are improving and fighting with the best cars and teams. So yeah, we have to continue like this.
Do we have more questions here from the floor? Any further questions? No, then thank you. Then stay together for final photo for Malta, and then thank you everybody, and hope to see you back here tomorrow. Have a nice rest of your Saturday. Bye-bye.